Howdy y'all, I am Ice Gold, and today I've got a death double header for y'all. This, of course, still being Spring PvP. I don't have a membership. I don't know when I'm going to get a membership either. They'll do free membership eventually here for 12 Days of the Spiral. I don't know when that is going to happen, if it will. I remember back during the Novus rollout, they only did it for a weekend, so who knows if they will do that again, but hopefully not, even though if they do free membership, but if they do free membership, I will probably just stream Pirate, just because I find that more fun. But yeah, I'm sure I can get my sugar daddy cookie for you to give me another membership elixir. But yeah, for the time being, this is just going to be Ice P for today. And like I said, went against a couple of Death Wizards for this one. Pretty cool, and yeah, I mean, overall, kind of just sort of the masterclass and how to play that matchup. Granted, of course, I mean, this deck is extremely outdated. I don't know why they made Hidden Bubbles 5 pips. I couldn't tell you at all. So I don't even know what's useful in here anymore. So, you know, take all this with a grain of salt. I personally just would not do PV for the foreseeable future. It is definitely not looking good, especially for Ice, because it's a fire-dominated meta right now. So, just something to keep in mind. But for right now, I hope y'all enjoy these two matches nevertheless, even though they are, like, not in the current meta. I don't think there's going to be any level 180 PvP, at least not for a while. So, yeah, for now, though, I hope y'all enjoy these matches. I don't know what you are, but the bet makes me think death. I suppose we'll find out. Yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say this is a death. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. I don't know, maybe get a fire pip to start off and pull absolutely nothing. Amazing. Alright. Well, okay, we've pulled 2 of our 3 elephants. At least I think it's 3 elephants within our first 3 draws from side deck, so that's amazing. We're already off to a terrible start, as we usually are on this school. What to do? We could, I guess, do this. Might as well. Lord of Winter, probably not against a death. He's going to put up a stabilized zone. Okay, fair enough. We'll probably get rid of this. And we'll go for that. Start getting us some damage. What up, Bubbly? Welcome to the chat. Good to see you. Good little 500 damage just to start things off. We've got auras, so if he starts going for counters, then we can at least work with that. But he would not mash right here if he's smart. Yeah, no, he's going to go for that. Okay, fair enough. I don't have a move right now, so I'm just going to pass. But we'll see what he decides to do. Very interesting. I think what I'm going to do instead is Frost Feather here. And hopefully I can get and then keep Bubble. This does kind of set up an easy red ghost, but I don't know. We'll see. If he does do it, then I at least have another Bubble. And I can start timing out that brace. Also got a Moon. First one I've seen so far. Honestly, I had a good time. Somewhat good time. So, it doesn't look like he had the red ghost, which is good. So with that being said, we can go for this. And then hopefully this is enough just to keep it. I'm also kind of stalling out for a surge as long as I can. I haven't gotten it quite yet. We're at 84. Honestly, I feel like he's running extra shad pieces. Probably discard the Sleet Storm. Got a Fire Elf though, that's good. So is he just gonna... Okay, he's going to use 3 Fire Pips on a Elephant that gets rid of 1 shield. Incredible. Alright, so I think that's my call to stabilize. Yeah, 2 is carded that did do decent damage. But we just click this card. The hand has not been great for most of this match. Just in case, right? Let's see what he does. Nah, he's gonna do that. Okay, so that's fine. We can surge here. Because his aura is pretty much out at this point, right? I believe so. Yeah, so it'll be out this round. Perfect. Okay. So that means we can do this, and then we can hit him up with a Mammoth as his brace ends. Which will be quite good for us. Don't need that. If he does shield or something, I can wand, I guess. But I'd rather... What's it gonna do? He's gonna bubble change. Okay, so we lose bubble for now, but we can still Mammoth into not a brace, and that is gonna be very, very good for me. So that's what we'll go for. We'll go for this, and then see what we want to do from there. Ideally, we pull another bubble. That's kind of needed before too long. His pips are low, which is also good for me. That did some decent damage, but didn't do great damage. So he's actually going to surge here. That's on me. This is the last turn of that, actually, so... The issue is that he'll Pyre Dragon. I could technically Wyvern, but... I mean, this sequence of exchanges always ends in his favor. Just because he can then immolate. So 7-12. Got another surge, which is good. Got the Wyvern, actually. So if he does Pyre Dragon, like I think he will. Okay, no, he goes for the Elf. That's actually bad. Although, I could still bait it out of him if I pull a Spirit Shield right now. So I think that is what I gotta look for. So we'll get rid of that. Okay, the pulls are rancid. The pulls are absolutely rancid. Oh my god. Oh, that's a really bad time to deck fail. I guess I could throw a moon at him, but, I mean, okay, we got a bubble. The bubble here is the saving grace, but we're about to eat a massive... Or, no, I got rid of the moon. Trying to find a damn shield. And I didn't get it. So now we eat this buffed Headless. because I didn't pull one card one time. Oh my god. I mean, it's fodder for Lord of Winter down the line, but I'd rather it not even get to that point. We have the Mammoth in hand, which will be helpful. And we're getting bubbles at least, so that's good. That's going to be... Alright. So, to pad for time, we can elf that. So, let's do that. It'll at least get us some damage as well. Like... There's also a real chance he goes for a ghoul, which would kind of suck. I mean, I could wyvern it, but into what at that point? Okay, getting braces, that's good. This is a good way just to stall and pad for time. Because I'm thinking brace here. What's he doing? Another one. Okay. So yeah, brace here. Because I can just take all of this off, and it's just making it worse for him. So brace, surge. Ideally Mammoth. Because I should not be down this much health against the death at this point in the game. Like, I am ahead of him by a double-digit number in HP. When I should be clearing him by thousands. But that's deck RNG for you. So, got the elf, that's good. And I didn't actually get the shad, which is interesting. It was at 96% a moment ago. But at least I can take some time here. Yeah, it went 96% to 99%, so... Hooray. Alright. The fact that he attenuated there is very good for me. But let's see if he has another, right? May very well be the case. And he does. Incredible. Shoe isn't a card. Alright, let's start looking for a shoe, I guess. We can do this in the meantime. It's a 35 bubbled Mammoth. And this puts 4 20 weeks on him. Either a shoe or another brace. Like, we need something here. Because he just keeps getting lucky. Just by making bad plays like 2 headlesses. 2100, pretty good. And... okay, I like some of this stuff, but, I mean, we have to surge here. Probably get rid of that. And just try and cycle main a bit. He's going to... see, the fact that this guy has gotten as much done as he has is a little mental. I can't lie. Okay, let's just do that. He still has a 20 on. It's not the end of the world. I have a moon, so that's good. To be honest, if he braces, I may attenuate, but I don't know if he's going to go for that. Yeah, no, he's just going to do this again for some reason. So this is what, the 4th headless? Still did 920. Alright, what do we want to do about that? Pull once. Got the Mammoth, actually. Maybe get rid of the Frost Feather. Man, none of this is any good. Can I get a spirit shield? For the love of God. Having the Mammoth here is just really, really good. Haven't seen a spirit shield yet, by the way. What's he doing? Yeah, he's going for that, which is very not good, but who knows? Maybe this Mammoth hits him for another 2100 HP. Can like even things out. At least this aura will be off of me. But I mean, this is getting ridiculous. Let's just do this. And then hopefully, eventually, we can start finding some spirit shields. Because I packed 4 Mammoths. I have not gotten rid of any of them yet, and I've honestly pulled them pretty well. This definitely is not the worst my deck has ever been, but it has hurt me this match. We got a Surge, we got Bubbles. But it's like, what do I do, you know? Okay, he's gonna... Alright, he's gonna shield. I get rid of that. I pull nothing. Amazing. There's that. It's just the problem is now he goes for a Pyre Dragon, and I've gotten rid of my counters for the blades. I could weakness him if he does it, but it would be double weakness at that point. So it's not the end of the world. See, he's surging and losing pips off of it. Some of this just doesn't make any sense. Okay, we can go for a wand hit here. And have a pretty good moon teed up. So when he inevitably shields again, I can also Heliph at that. Out of a Spirit Shield. We'll do that. What's he doing here? So now he bump changes. Okay. We still have another 35 in hand. I just hope he doesn't have 2 bubbles, because I had to get rid of 1 a moment ago. Just to pull useful cards. This is also helping me stall for a Shad, which is nice. So, got a Brace. That's actually very good. Like, if he shields, Brace is my move, 1,000,000,000%. And then if he decides to mash through the 50 shield, then I can just Heliph it and clear the weakness and be in a good position to just Surge Moon. What's that going to be? Okay. How about this? We're protected. Let's get a Fire Pit, take this moon. It's not the best moon. $14.10. That actually really sucked. But we have a few options. We have another moon as well, which is nice. Well, why would he Shrike? I was going to say he would Shrike, but... Okay, now he's just going to Ghoul again. So, to that I'll respond with a Spirit Shield. And if he does it again, then... we still got moves. Why is this the last PvP stream? I've already been very short on time since semester started. And I'm taking a long hiatus after Darkmoor comes out, because ain't nobody trying to play in a healing meta. We'll see if he Pyre Dragons. I have this, actually, which is very interesting. If he does Pyre Dragon, is that going to be a Death Scarab? That is a Death Scarab. What? Huh? So he gave up a 55 blade for that. We live in a society. All right, let's just surge. I'm still at 7k HP. There's nothing he could do that can sort of take me down at this point. Ice Pip. No, Siri, I'm not calling for you. I said Ice Pip. Just Surge Moon, game's over? Yeah. Surge Lord, Surge Moon. Headless Horseman, probably. No, he just sends the Oni. So it's gonna do like 3 to 4k, but Lord of Winter, you know what I mean? He gave up a 55 blade for a 30 trap, which, you know, who am I to judge how people play, but like, dude, with how my deck has been this game, it's kind of, anyway. Just send the Lord. And this will close it out. Understandable is definitely going to continue questing, not for Darkmoor. That series is officially concluded, but I might bring her back after the 5th arc is fully finished, though. Boom. Only barely killed him with a 35 bubble on a Lord of Winter. Amazing. Well, yeah, pretty good game to start things off. Take your time. Okay. So I used 3 Mammoths that game. And I'm out of them. Amazing. We use, what, 1 elf? We only shield countered like once. Versus the Volcano. Death with a Fire Mastery. We'll see how it's looking. No, don't need most of this stuff. Honestly, we could get, I guess, an Ice Pip. Or a first round. Alright, we're gonna attenuate, and then hopefully we can just get a random moon off in the first 2 rounds of the game. That'd be pretty sick. Probably won't want a Shorn. She'll tap a Brace, won't she? Or Poison, probably. Yeah. 1,000 free damage and then 45% aura. Because this card is balanced. Very much so. Well, at any rate, maybe get a Fire Pip and we can still take the moon. She did drop her pips. Okay, I was kind of hoping that I could get anything useful out of that, but I guess not. So we'll weakness here. And probably get rid of 1 Frost Feather. Hopefully we can just find a Brace or something, because if she takes a Headless right now, even with a weakness, it's going to be strong, so... Okay, Shu would have been good multiple rounds ago. Alright, we can keep it, though. It's not terrible, I guess. Although, I mean, the Fire Mastery is the only thing that's a little bit tough. All things considered, that Poison was not the greatest. Just because she gets, like, maybe 1 hit tops out of it. And that was just because I deck failed atrociously. But she doesn't even go for that. So, I'm thinking... Since we've got it, since we're here, let's go for a Frost Feather. And then we can go for an Elemental out of it. Can I cast my card, please? Thank you. Honestly, even odds, she just has more bubbles than me, but worst case, I mean, actually, yeah, this does tee up a pretty good red ghost. Yeah. All good. I at least got a Balefrost in hand, so that's helpful. Crit block, let's go. Got another one, always good. Does she keep dumping her pips? She does. Okay, that's good for me. Because I can Balefrost right now, and if she goes for another red ghost, then I could Surge. Because she'll be out of pips. So, all in all, good trade for me. She got a brace. Incredible. Although, it's not the end of the world, because I can go for a thieving. And that'll be helpful. Like if I were to thieving now, I like just having extra frost feathers, but okay, so we're gonna Surge. She dumped a lot of pips doing all that. Yeah, okay, so Fire Pip, Dark Surge, Thieving Dragon, or realistically Frost Feather, Thieving Dragon. Got a Golem as well, but I don't know. Not against the death, I don't think. So yeah, Frost Feather. Then we'll go for a Thieving if we feel the need. To be honest, we could also just time out her brace. But, meh. If I can get a good hit off with a thieving, then I think I'm going to take it. We'll see if she's got more bubbles, though. If she does, then that whole brace cast gets wasted, so. Speaking of brace casts, this is my, I think, 5th game today. 5th or 6th? No, 5th. And I still have not gotten one, so. Funny how that works. It looks like she does have an extra bubble. So that does mean that we can just waste out that whole brace. So hopefully this marks the end of the bubble war. That would be quite nice if I could just keep it from here on out. This into a moon would be pretty disastrous for her. No moon. Okay. If, in the event, she does have another bubble... Okay, I was going to say. That would have been a little crazy. Alright, for now, though, I'm thinking we brace and we look for a Mammoth. Yeah, it's only 1,000. So, start looking for the Mammoth. Pretty close to a Shad, so we can Surge before too long. Might get rid of the Golem. Spirit Shield just kinda isn't wise. That's going to be a tower shield from a death wizard. Interesting. Okay, what do we want to do? Hold on. If we do this, and she Pyre Dragons, then we can Wyvern. And, you know, probably get immolated, obviously, but we have some hits teed up after it. She did take the bait. Okay. Right here playing Pyre Dragon bait. Love to see that. So now we get 3 crispy ice traps. Which, obviously, again, immolate is almost inevitable, but I don't know. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Ice Pip. Yeah, let's hit fast, I guess. And hopefully we can just pull a Mammoth. Because imagine getting a double buff Mammoth off right now. I would also put a 20 week onto her, which would be very helpful right now. Break that shield. Won't want to do that, not against the death. But she's going to shield, okay. So, alright, we don't want an Empower necessarily, but Elemental twice isn't the worst thing in the world. It's the hits we made along the way, yeah. Because, I mean, takes off the 35 and a 50 shield, so. We have a very strong hit teed up. It's probably just going to be an elemental, but still. What are we looking at here? Alrighty. So that means we can still look for our Mammoth. Because what I'm going to do here is brace, and then I'm going to keep digging through side for it. Because, I mean, I packed 4. It would be kind of crazy to suggest that I wouldn't get it. Alright, let's just do this. Incredible. Okay. Let's go for an elf. Because at least we got that. The elf will actually provide some decent damage as well. And take out all of her utility. Because she can't ghoul anymore for a sudden threat. Okay, Winter Moon, decent. Keep digging, please. There we go. So we have the Mammoth. Even if she braces, I think I'm going to still do it. Just because, like, thieving would be kind of a waste. Death Spell, change the bubble. Blade, okay. Interesting move. Interesting move. Still, though, Woolly Mammoth. 1,000,000,000%. This is 2 buffs. A little hard to argue with it. And where we were down in damage before, we are now up significantly. No crit, though. The devs just turned it off today, I guess. After that last game, they definitely turned it off. But yeah, 2,400 even without a crit. Pretty solid. And we can surge and threaten a moon out of it, so all things considered, we're in a very, very strong position here. I would say it'd be wise to immolate, but it really isn't, because you'd be wasting a blade on 1 trap. And even then, I'd still just moon. Good bit of chip damage from that elf. So she is going to change the bub. Okay. So right now, let's moon. probably axe the tower shield. I want to keep all my thievings. But yeah, that's another strong hit. That's another 2.1k. She's got a 20 week on, but she does have a pretty strong hit here of her own. I got a bubble, which is good. And I think that's going to be my first move before anything else. Bubble, brace, surge. We live in a society. I'm guessing... Okay, she P-served the fire spell. We really live in a society. Let's do this. Because if she hits me with, like, some random Ifrit, I just surge and I moon. Like... 1600 on death, crazy. Whiz. Honestly, the more we go back and forth with the bubbles, the less I like it, because that's damage on that I'd rather avoid. People wasted more on a single fire elf, not real. It's like I've taken a little bit of damage, but I'm still, like, I still wouldn't call myself worried. Fire Mastery, but no life pips to punish shield counters. Death Brain, yeah. Yep. Can you just, like, red ghost for me? No, okay. Well, we can surge here, maybe, and look for... Or no, we want to brace here. Crit block is huge. Only 1500 out of that. So... Keep looking for a Mammoth. And then we'll brace up. If we need to surge, we can. I'd like to, but if she forces out auras, then we can work with that too. Alright, so she's going to brace up. So, honestly, let's do this and then surge. We can make better use of this than with a Mammoth. Like we could bait out another Pyre Dragon. And that does protect me quite nicely. Got a moon. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, so she's going to do that. So we're going to surge. Dark Surge. And then we'll probably thieving again after she breaks that shield. Because I don't want to Golem and then have her just Pyre. Though it would get me more traps, so maybe that wouldn't be so bad. Okay. I can't say this is a move I would have made because now I'm just thieving again. And now I have a buffed moon staring you down, so... Although, granted, if she... Let's start pre-pulling for Mammoth. Because she could go for that. She could just headless and have it be a good move. Well, then I would need a Mammoth. Takes off a 40 and a 70 in the same turn, pretty good. And clears that aura for a shield. But yeah, in a pretty good position at this point. We even got an elf. So, okay, keep pulling. Got the Mammoth. Brace up. And then if she mashes again... Honestly, what if I were to go for a shoe into... That would be funny. Alright, she's got a bubble. But it does not matter at this point. We're just going to elf and then Mammoth. Yeah, I would expect that. Don't blame you at all for that. Another dub. Love to see it. Alright, pretty good record for today, all things considered. Honestly, the wyvern bait was a highlight for me. Two with those. We need a weakness and a spirit shield. Alright.